Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dos Cavazos here, and today we're watching the 17th episode of Season 5 of My Hero Academia.
So last episode was a filler episode. It was apparently what you all told us was setting up for the next movie, but it still wasn't a bad episode.
No.
Like, we got to see a little bit of growth from Uraraka specifically, like pushing her limits to being able to like lift the entire plane, which is kind of crazy. We got to see Selkie again, who had worked with Sue in the past. And then they also got to just have a beach day, but it was more for like a meaningful lesson. Like, okay, know what you can have and like what it's good, so that you want to protect it and fight for it.
Yeah. So now I'm really excited to get into what I feel like is the meat and potatoes of this season, and that's Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku learning under Endeavor. There's so much that I think could happen here, and like I feel like there's a very short period of time. I hope it doesn't drag on too long. I hope like the 4 months kind of gets there a little bit quicker, just because I really want to see like all this altercation happen. But I feel like it's gonna be like a little bit here teased at the end of the season, and then probably have to go into the next season. All right, before we jump into this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reactions.
We also have our second channel, Dos Cavazos IRL. We actually just posted a new video over there. We ate like anime characters for 48 hours. We even went into a restaurant with Todoroki wigs on to eat soba. It was a lot of fun. Make sure you go check out that video. The link's down below.
All right, let's jump into this episode.
Before I knew it, I'd spent an entire week working at the most prominent agency in all of Japan.
Oh, goodness. What the heck?
Someone's gonna rob him.
The thief took my bag! Someone call a hero!
Who's gonna get there first?
Train till you can do hero work in your sleep. By the time you consciously decide what to do,
Oh my gosh,
you'll
Endeavor.
already be in action.
Still haven't got to him first.
Responded first this time. He really is amazing.
We've got a hit and run in Area 23.
Got it. Be right there.
You gonna beat him against Bakugo? He's already there. Number one for a reason.
Anyway, school's starting back up, which means it'll be harder to get people together. And since tomorrow's Saturday, I was thinking you could bring everyone over to the house for dinner.
Oh. Deku and Bakugo, are they gonna be invited and see like this family dynamic at play?
What can I do for my family? Where do I begin? These questions keep me up at night. Recently, I've been having the same dream. My wife and children look like they're having fun around the dinner table, laughing over simple things. I'm never at that table. I know the reasons why, and it pains me.
The Endeavor Agency is fully equipped with rooms for us to stay in. So we ate and slept in the same building as the Flaming Sidekickers. Morning, everyone.
Morning, rookie. How's your progress going?
It's way too early for you to be yelling, idiot.
Shoto, hey there, Slowpoke.
We're not as far behind. Yesterday, we almost beat him. We need to remember what that felt like and use it to fuel us. Let's make today the day we surpass Endeavor, okay?
I was the one who was getting close, Icy Hot. You were the one in my exhaust, which means I'm obviously above you.
You're still nowhere near good enough yet. Thinking, acting, controlling your powers. Shorten the time needed for each of those.
Oh, goodness. Wow, he's just like doing everything by himself.
Yeah.
Stop incidents before they happen. To do that, you'll need an observing eye. But the more experience you get, the more accurate you'll become.
Wow. They're like so exhausted and he's just standing there.
You could bring everyone over to the house for dinner.
Fuyumi, you've helped me realize so much. Follow me!
Yes, sir!
Is he gonna take him to dinner?
Crap!
My sister invited everyone for dinner
Why the crap?
because she wanted to meet my friends.
Look in there right now and tell her we aren't and never will be friends, hear me?
John!
Sorry for the sudden invitation. I'm delighted this managed to work out.
I'm glad you asked us over. It's pretty rare I get to see a friend's house.
Let me do introductions again. I'm Shoto's older sister, Fuyumi. I teach at an elementary school nearby. And this is Shoto's older brother, Natsuo. He's in college.
Hey, what's up?
Awkward, oh my gosh.
This fried chicken is absolutely amazing!
I'm so glad you like it.
It's moist and well seasoned on the inside, and crispy on the outside.
He analyzes everything.
Palate
This
Stop
food wars.
analyzing dinner, you freak! Your mumbling's ruining the taste of my mapo tofu!
Wait, so did I eat your food growing up?
It's possible. I can go overboard on seasoning, though. Endeavor might have kept you from having it. He always did keep a close eye on your diet.
Oh, awkward.
I suppose there is truth to that.
Oh, he
Okay,
admitted
he owned
it.
up to it, yeah.
So, Shoto, what kind of food do they serve at UA?
Cafeteria style.
Natsuo, I'd like to try your cooking next time.
Thanks for the
Oh,
meal, sis.
he ignored
He's
it.
trying, yeah.
Oh, that hurt her feelings. Well, she's trying to like get them all together.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Our dishes?
He's doing the dishes.
Did you know Todoroki's family had a lot of issues going on before this?
Of course, but only because you guys talked about it so loud that I couldn't not know it.
Listen, it's not that I don't sometimes feel the way Natsuo does. Now is our chance to fix this. So tell me, how do you feel about our dad, honestly?
He may not have been there, but he's responsible for the scar I have. He ruined her. I can't forgive him so easily.
The doctor says that if things keep progressing smoothly, I can be discharged soon. I'll do my best to make sure what happened before doesn't happen again.
You people. If you're gonna invite guests over, don't talk about sensitive subjects! No dishes that need washing!
I'm sorry.
Are there dishes that need washing?
Normally you'd think getting asked over for dinner is a good thing, but you went and ruined some good
They're just
food
gonna
with your
clean.
family drama.
I know it's not my business, but I think deep down you're ready to move forward with your dad.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong, though. If you don't forgive him, that's up to you. No one can force you to accept him. You're a really caring person.
no, Deku. Oh,
So,
Brother.
I'm sure you'll know how to
Everyone.
oh.
This random emotional episode in
I
the middle of
know.
this.
After all this time, where do I begin?
Is that the son? The
Yeah,
other?
the oldest one.
And children look like they're having fun around the dinner table. You're not there. I wish that you could join them.
Looks like Killua.
So did he die?
I can't remember like the backstory with the older brother.
I don't think they ever mentioned an older. I mean, they
Well,
mentioned it, but like
the
they were
scene
like,
that they
what
just
they
mentioned.
said what happened with Toya, but they didn't like explain.
I don't know. This was like a pretty good episode here. Like very emotional though, that went in between like all this different scenes and what we were dealing with. But I like the Endeavor family situation. Well, I don't like it. It's a really messed up situation, but it's very interesting to see them like trying to overcome everything because I think the mother was put in this home because she's the one who hurt Shoto.
Right.
But like she was kind of pushed that way to go to like this craze because of Endeavor's, I don't know, pursuit of perfection. And not just for him, because his whole dynamic was about like, you know, catching up to All Might. And then he
Right.
made it to like, oh, he tried so much. And then his son was going to be the person who was going to be able to do that. Prison? What?
What the
Who the
heck?
hell are you? I'm not 100% sure if they've already kind of went over what happened with Todoroki's brother. Prior to this, they had a flashback in this episode of a earlier episode this season where like the brother had mentioned something about Toya not being there, and they actually showed that here. So I don't know what happened there. Obviously, it's implying heavily that he's dead, but I don't know how that happened.
Right, yeah. It's like I think that was the first time they mentioned he had an older brother, like in the previous episode that they talked about it. So I'm like, why? And was it something that Endeavor did like a similar thing to Todoroki? Is that like the case? Like what exactly like is that about? And then also, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of questions with that. Like the whole family is just they have a lot of issues that they're trying to work through. Obviously, Natsu is kind of like the most reluctant to everything.
Todoroki seems like he's like right in the middle of like his brother and his sister, where his sister's like really ready to move on, whereas his brother is not really there, and Todoroki's kind of like he kind of goes back and forth. But I mentioned it earlier too, like it was just such a sad situation of how like this family even got into this. Yeah. And there's so many different dynamics at play. I think that it's interesting that Bakugo and Deku are now like kind of a little bit of a part of the situation. Yeah. And hopefully, those words that Deku mentioned to Todoroki there, everyone heard them throughout the whole house, including Endeavor. And I feel like he's going to gain a little bit more respect for Deku here just because of that too. Like this episode, not a whole lot happened in terms of advancing the plot in terms of like, the Liberation Army or anything like that. But I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was a really emotional episode. episode to see like this family dynamic at play with a family that, you know, I didn't really like Endeavor when we first met him. I'm sure it was like meant to come across that way. And then we slowly got to peel back, you know, the layers of the onion, and like he was just so interesting, and like, you know, he's such a good hero. And Shoto said it here too. Shoto, they're both Shoto. But anyway, he mentioned it that, you know, he as a hero and him as a father were two different things, and he's completely different as a hero. And he's such a great teacher. Like the way that he's teaching these kids, like I love it. And like I want to see that dynamic continue to play out, because I feel like there's so much that the three of them could learn from him. And I'm really excited for them to finally start fighting and, you know, seeing what's actually going to happen with the Liberation Army and the League of Villains. But having like Deku and Bakugo get involved in the whole family dynamic too, just for me, it makes it more intriguing, because I feel like they could play a role in possibly helping this family, you know, try to pick up the pieces.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reaction to My Hero Academia. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.